This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today, down in London today, with me, promoter Eddie Hearn. How are you, mate?
Very well, mate. I'm blinded by the lights of the photographers.
Big turnout today.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know. When you watch fights, Rocky films, you see the press conferences and you see all the flashes.
That's literally what it felt like today.
That's what it's all about. And that, you know, sometimes when I stand there, I think of what it's like for the fighters, because they must be thinking, wow. Look at this, you know, and obviously when they come head to head and do their thing.
That's it. Obviously, Anthony Joshua taking on IBF heavyweight champion of the world in Charles Martin. First of all, on Charles, obviously I spoke to him today, interviewed him, and even on the top table, he does come across like quite cool, but sort of confident. There is a.
I mean, look, I won't lie to you. I hoped that we'd see a different Charles Martin during this trip.
Yeah.
I hoped we'd see a smaller one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's huge.
And
huge.
I hope that we'd see a less confident one. But we saw a guy that's here to win. We saw a guy that's very confident, and actually, it focuses the mind. Because I know Anthony Joshua now finishes these 2 days going, I'm in a real fight. And I know exactly what I need to do.
Yeah.
It's good sometimes to look your opponent in the eye.
Yeah.
It's tough doing it on fight week when your training's done. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's important to bring him over.
That's it. Obviously, the gloves are off. I believe it was filmed yesterday.
Very good, yeah. Really good.
That'll be out sometime next month, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just before the fight, actually. So, yeah.
Did you see that? Obviously,
I was
already?
there. I was there for the film. It was fantastic. I mean, two guys that are quite similar. You know, both had trouble pasts.
Yeah.
Both found success through boxing. Both hungry.
Yeah.
Both dangerous.
Yeah.
Both fearless. So, you know, a lot of the time they were kind of agreeing with each other, and then the last 10 minutes it half went off. And, you know,
the head-to-head was very tense, I thought.
Yeah, what, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, very. I mean, he said, I can see it in you, you little bitch. That's what he said to Josh.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Josh ain't really. I've never seen Josh lose his rag, but I've seen it lose him in the ring against Dylan White, and that's something that he's got to be careful of in this fight. You can't lose your rag to a big counter punching southpaw.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get caught on the way in. And heavyweight boxing, you know, you could be dominating a fight and just walk onto one, it's all over.
That's it.
But that's why people love to watch it.
100%. I also spoke to Charles Martin's, is it manager
Kane,
Paul?
Yeah, camp manager.
I didn't realise he was...
Scouser?
Yeah,
I know.
He's from my neck of the woods.
Sylvester Stallone's chef many years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got a pub in LA. And worked for a guy called Michael King for a while, who was a billionaire sort of TV pioneer who had a massive hobby for boxing. And he's been with Charles Martin for most of his career. And
I believe you spoke to him like...
3 years ago I was walking up Santa Monica Beach with him. We were doing some stuff together and he said, I got this heavyweight, I'm telling you, he will fight Anthony Joshua for the world heavyweight title. And you know, he was right.
That's it. Obviously, we've still got, what, 6 weeks or so? 7 weeks to go. But the big one, next week, we touched on it a little bit a couple of days ago, but the weigh-in, I think, is it done over 4,000?
Over 4,000,
I
think we'll have 5,000 in for the weigh-in, which is, you know, it's fantastic. I mean, and that's really, I think people are failing to realise what the atmosphere is going to be like in the MEN next week.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you've got 9,000, 10,000 Irish fans, and you've got QUIGG fans.
Yeah.
It's going to be special, and it's going to be loud, it's going to be intense, it's going to be ferocious, and that's just outside of the ring. You know, think about when they're both in the ring and everyone clears the ring. It's just that moment, it's like 3 or 4 seconds when the ref goes like that, sends for the bell, and the bell goes, and it's just that noise, you know, it's exciting, everything's on the line. That's the same as this, you know.
That's it.
And I know we can't have fights all the time where everything's on the line, but we need as many as possible, and there you have 2 great examples of nights where literally everything is on the line.
Someone, before I forget it, reminded me to mention Nathan Cleverly. Just an update, basically.
Yeah, Nathan wants a big fight, you know, and we love the Fonfara rematch. He may move to cruiser, he may fight Stevenson. The Bramer fight was discussed, but it was, you know, Sowlands didn't quite have the pop for us for that one in short notice. But I think he'll fight Bramer, probably in the summer.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we'll get him out in the meantime.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of these guys now will just want the big fights, you know. Burns is a good example. Cleverley's a good example. Bellew is a good example.
Touching on Bellew.
Yeah, I mean,
Goodison
same thing,
getting closer.
Yeah, we're talking to Everton at the moment, and we've had some good talks. It's just really the division. Lebedev's now fighting Ramirez for unification. There's 2 champs.
Yeah.
Glowacki we had talks with, but he's due to fight Cunningham, but we were trying to jump in there. And you've got Ziod, who doesn't really leave Russia.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough to get that shot. And really, the only fight out there for Anthony now is the World Championship.
Yeah.
So, he's on me every day, and we're trying to pull something out of the bag.
Yeah, another one, just before I forget again, someone asked if there was going to be a prize fighter or any time looming in the next
when we were doing
months.
prize fighters, I couldn't count the amount of tweets people saying,
Hate
this
tweets.
is rubbish,
Okay.
get rid of Prizefighter. And now they're saying, well, bring Prizefighter back, it's great. So we can't, with the stable we've built, I can't afford to use a Prizefighter date instead of a Saturday night fight night, if that makes sense. So, we have a budget with our relationship with Sky, and if I do a prize fight, I'm taking a Saturday night fight night away, which might service 10 of my fighters.
Yeah.
So it's tough to do. I'd like to do one more as a little closer.
Yeah.
I think it's done now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, last thing then, just before we wrap up, we spoke Tuesday or Wednesday about this possible weight bet, and what's the latest?
Yeah, I got home last night and I was supposed to do a run, but I've got in my garage I've got a running machine, and there's these neon lights, and they're not working. So every time I get home, I go out and put it on, but I can't run in the dark.
Oh, right, okay.
So I haven't. That's been for 3 weeks now.
What about out in the streets, on the road?
It was very cold last night. You ain't seen where I live. You don't want to go running on the streets at night.
No, I think it might be worse where I live than where you live.
I think you might be right.
That's it. Okay, mate. Well, thanks for speaking to me again, and we'll speak to you soon.